Hello, everyone.
Hi,
My name is M9,
and I'm Nixie, and this
and this is Out of Character. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I was trying not to laugh through this intro. Welcome to the new episode of Out of Character. We have.
Hi, everybody.
I was just hearing some like slander and bullshit before the before the show started. But welcome. We have. I am your host M9, and as always, my co-host Nixie.
Hello.
And today we have a guest. Her name is Leah, or you might know her as Scarlett, or you might know her as Sarah, because we discussed this before. Hi, welcome.
Hello. It's really not that complicated.
No, it's not. She was like, well, some people get me like mixed up between Leah or Scarlett, and so just call me Sarah. And I'm like, oh, we're just going to throw another name at because...
Well, I just thought it would make it easier, but somehow it just makes it harder.
But let me just give you 3 more options just in case you're confused.
Oh my God. I didn't think about it like that, okay?
we were just briefly talking, nothing to do with the RP. We were just talking about Hamilton and history.
President's Day.
President's Day, yeah. It's happy President's Day in advance.
Happy President's Day weekend for those who, like M9, gets the day off. Like,
I got the day off, and I was like, why?
Why?
What do you expect me to do? Am I supposed to like get dressed as Uncle Sam, walk down the street? Like, it's
Honestly,
President's Day.
it's one good thing about America that you have a president. I wish we did.
Yeah? Is that a good thing?
I don't know if it is.
Well, would you rather have a king?
I mean,
Some days.
it depends. Like, do I get a king like Robb Stark, or do I get a king like Joffrey? Like,
I don't know. I don't think he's either, to be honest.
Oh God, yeah. I forget that you have a villain king.
What? Can we not talk about that?
We're not gonna go there. But
We're gonna talk about Harry Potter, guys.
we are here today to talk about Hogwarts Legacy, and because this is a show for the role-playing community, we're trying to tie this together, right? Just recently, there has been announcements of a mod for Hogwarts Legacy to make it multiplayer, and it just blew my mind that not even a week later, people were playing, or like at least running around Hogwarts together.
And you say tie this together because really we just want to talk about Hogwarts Legacy because we're all nerds. But
Yes.
This is an out of character podcast,
Right.
so we gotta.
we don't have a Harry Potter podcast, so
I would totally be down for a Harry Potter podcast, though. There's at one point you take a quiz on some freaking lore in Harry Potter, and I went, I don't know any of these answers. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Is this a bad time to say that I didn't read the books?
did you watch the movies?
Yes.
Okay, because like I needed you to at least be at a level of a fan, you know, like.
Okay. Yeah.
Because if
So I have a question for people who have not read the books and watched the movies, though.
Mhm.
Was it confusing as hell for you? And especially in the later movies when
my
they
God,
don't
yes.
explain like anything.
Oh my God! I
Yes.
was like, "What's happening? Who's
So,
this? What's going on?" My
I
ex
am
was
from
about
the
to kill me.
perspective. I'm from the perspective that I
talking.
think I only read up to the Prisoner of Azkaban, maybe.
The third book,
Yeah, so I didn't read the rest.
you only read up to Prisoner of Azkaban?
Yeah, don't judge me. I was a
I went
child.
to midnight releases of Harry Potter. All of the. I read the last one in 24 hours.
So I read them in school. My
Got to read.
Yeah, my teacher, I guess, I don't know if they gave her some sort of freedom for like what kind of books and she actually ordered books and the books on audio tape. So we used to sit in class and listen to Harry Potter while we all had our own copies of the books and followed along.
That sounds like the
It was amazing.
Oh, we got to do was read like Where the Red Fern Grows, and that was depressing as hell.
So yeah, so we did like the first three, and then I wasn't in middle school anymore.
So am I the only one here who's read all of the books? Then?
Yeah, because you're a nerd.
Well, yeah, I've been a nerd since the movies came. So the movies came out. The first one came out, and at that point, the first three books had already been released,
Mhm.
but the fourth one hadn't come out yet. So after the first movie came out, I watched that, and then I read the first three, and after that, I was in it because I was still pretty young when they were originally being
Right.
released.
I did read a little bit from the first book. I think I read all of it, but it was a long time ago. I read it as like an assignment. I think it was the first book I ever read in English, like in another language.
Interesting.
I have multiple copies of all of the books on my shelf.
I've
I
never
have
had
Quidditch
copies.
Through the Ages and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them and Beetle the Bard, and I have
Wow.
like an unofficial thing that's like about
Nerd.
Nerd for
I'm
yeah,
a
your
Harry
nerd
Potter
is showing.
nerd. I know. That's why
I,
I was so excited about Hogwarts Legacy, though.
So I've never had the copy. So as an adult, I started buying the illustrated copies because the art is beautiful. The books are fucking massive though; they're huge. But
Well, after the fourth one,
no,
third
but I
one's
mean like
pretty small.
size wise, they're just like 12 inches high. Because
Depends on
of
the copy you get.
yeah, because of the illustrations and stuff. There's like a lot of drawings and it's beautiful. And so I have the first three, and I was waiting for the other. I think maybe two more came out, so I'll be buying all the illustrated versions.
It does sound beautiful. The artwork just is awesome.
Yeah, but
Which, segueing into Hogwarts Legacy, the graphics
yes,
are fucking amazing.
Hogwarts Legacy, such a beautiful game. I'm a screenshot whore, and so I'm always like stopping to take screenshots. The other day, I spent like 35 minutes trying to get a screenshot of me diving into the water.
Is that how long? You said I'm not going to say how long this
It
was.
was like 35 to 40 minutes. Because I can't hit Alt 2 on my keyboard while I was diving, also at the same time. So I have a shortcut for voice attack that when I say screenshot, it'll activate Ansel. So I was trying to time it properly so that I would dive off the deck and say screenshot and stop it on time. It was a whole thing.
It was a good screenshot.
This is why you didn't get far in the game.
Oh, no, it's definitely why. Yeah.
He kept stopping to take screenshots of himself.
Yeah, I have to like compose a shot for 15 minutes every time that I want to take a screenshot. But anyway, Hogwarts Legacy is getting a multiplayer mod, and the possibilities for role playing are in the near future. How do you guys feel about this?
I want.
Very
I want-
interesting, actually.
I
Because
would
it's
be-
like,
Sorry.
yeah, no, it's like, because you have, we obviously are used to, Conan with the sort of more fantasy element, and then GTA is like real time, and then I guess the Western one, Red Dead.
Red Dead.
And I think Western is just such a small, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's such a small, like not many people are that into it.
yes,
it's a lot
like if you-
slower.
it
of
is
role play,
very
which-
slow.
which is what draws less people
Mhm.
to it because just the style. I don't know if it's the game itself or what, but
I think it's the
style of role play over there,
lifestyles of that you're
is-
role playing, like
it's so
Yeah.
slow.
it's so slow. You're like living in these little towns, you have to travel from one town to the other on horse and that's amazing, right? But there's not a whole lot to do. Go to taverns and mine for gold, like it's
I mean, for me, it's the Southern accent, but yeah.
I mean, I played a Hispanic guy, like there were Mexicans back in Red Dead
Well,
Redemption.
it's like,
so-
I cannot play this game because I cannot speak like that. So
I don't think
couldn't
that
figure out
matters.
stage with that accent, but you don't need
matters
to.
me.
It's more just the type of role play is a lot slower than say,
Yes,
Conan
like
or
I think when I
RPG.
played, we spent most of the time hunting, mining for gold, and
It's a lot of campfire.
It's a lot of
sitting
campfire
around
RP.
just talking,
Mhm.
just not real. And then occasionally something really big happens, and then you talk about that for the next 3 weeks
Right.
because
So that's kind of the thing, right? Where you have, as far as the way that it moves and the pace, you have Conan, you have Ark, you have GTA. They all have their cadences, and I think Red Dead is one of the slowest because of the lifestyles that you're role playing. GTA is one of the fastest, kind of, because people just want their cars
cops
and
and robbers.
cops and robbers. Yeah, and so there's not like a lot of longevity. There might be in some servers, but
For the majority, GTA is super fast. Red Dead is super slow. I feel
Mhm.
like Conan and Ark is. I feel like Ark's
Somewhere
a
in the
little
middle.
bit slower than Conan. Conan
Mhm.
tends to have a lot more events happen story wise, and then Ark didn't really have like the overarching story
I
events
feel
happens as frequently.
I kind of feel the opposite
Really?
because of Game of Thrones. Like,
Well, the thing about Game of Thrones was like it didn't have the same kind of like over everybody's story of
right.
things. It was like between towns there's a lot going on, but overall it was kind of lacking, I guess. Not really lacking, but just lesser. It was much more personalized in between each other's groups. And
So,
then Conan has a lot more overarching.
what kind, Leah? What kind of RP do you think could possibly happen in Hogwarts Legacy? We're all children, unless they can find a way to make adults.
Yes.
Um, and I think it becomes very interesting when you think about if we all play in children, or if we're able to make adult looking characters, then we can be teachers. We can live in the towns instead of the castle. We can, there will be more options.
But a
what
mod could do that, right? Because
Right.
I don't know much about modding.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's gonna be.
There's already a
mods
mod
you
that
can, like, make
adds
up.
beard and makeup
Oh, really?
to
Right,
people.
right. Because
Yeah.
that's one of the first things I thought about. And I thought that's going to be a huge issue because it's a problem when you're role playing.
Mhm.
Like everyone knows that role played a lot, that you cannot just role play as 15-year-old children. Like there's going to be so many issues with that I'm not
So
even
many.
going to get into. But yeah.
So many.
Yeah.
um,
If they can
so that's the
add
first thing.
adults, though, yeah, it'll definitely expand what's able to be done in roleplay if that happens.
Yeah. And I don't know, I'm imagining, with texture mods and different skin models and things like that, it might be possible. I saw the beard mod that replaced glasses, I think. And so while the game thinks you're wearing glasses, is actually a beard, and it looked pretty decent. But it was a child wearing using a beard still.
Wait, does that mean you can't have a beard and glasses?
I was going to say that.
Nope, you can't.
That's sad.
Same slot. At least
Okay.
with the way that it is now, right? Like if in the future there's different alternatives for kind of like Ark, how we could have different skins on different parts of our outfits. Like if you wanted a different hat, you can wear it on your gloves or whatever, like.
Yeah.
Well, I think regardless to whether they can make people look more adult or not, I do still think that's my biggest concern with the game. The whole like teacher student, it's just made to be, I don't know, it's adults and children. That is what Hogwarts is
Right.
to me. So I don't know about
But
that.
then again,
and
you
that's
think about
probably
like
my biggest
the
concern.
Harry Potter movies, and where the fuck were all the adults when anything was happening?
Under the
Yeah.
control of the Ministry of Magic.
Right. That's true, right? It's like we can't do anything, but the kids can.
Yeah, well,
We'll let
part
the
of
expert answer that one.
that part of it was simply that the Voldemort's reign had barely ended by the time these kids are going to school.
Yeah.
So the Ministry of Magic is still wrapped up in cleaning up after him. And then the only people he gets into the ministry really, really quickly. And what ends up happening is the only people able to stop him are the remnants of the Order of the Phoenix. So, and the remnants are battered, bruised, and old now.
Yeah. First of all, you're a nerd. Second of all, I
I
love it.
know.
And but okay, so do you think that as is, we I still think there's room for role play. I think that there is a lot of restrictions that would have to be made and rules and admin, watch over RP type of thing. But I think there's still room for RP to have a gang of
Mm.
students running around. Um, I personally would love to. I think, however, the multiplayer mod lends itself better to just co-op, to just enjoy the game together. That would be amazing. To
Just
just
being able to run around with the castle with people.
Mhm.
Because I already know the whole castle layout.
Yeah, of course you do.
You guys make me realize how big
Well-
of a nerd I am sometimes.
One thing that I thought about too is like I do love the movement of the game and the combat. That is one of
PvP.
the things that really shines for me. Yes, exactly. So there is that, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of games like GTA and Red Dead where I feel like the movement is clunky and it's not as good as Conan. And
hmm
it's quite a big deal the more you play, I think. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, even trying out Ark after having played Conan just feels strange
Oh,
and I
yeah.
struggle with it.
So wait,
Arc
you did
combat's
Conan
crap.
before Arc?
Yes, I did. I installed
Oof,
Ark,
that's a
tried it
weird.
for like 5 minutes, got killed by some freaking T-Rex or whatever, and just uninstalled the game.
I think
Um,
most of us that are willing to play Arc is because we came from Arc, so we kind of know what we
Mm.
came from.
Well,
eh,
it was on offer. So someone was like,
Yeah.
"You gotta play it." So I was like, "Okay." I
Don't get
went
me
like half
wrong.
naked to try to chop down a rock, and then I pooped, and then a T-Rex killed me, and that was it.
That
Don't
is
get
literally Arc summed
that.
up in
Yeah.
just like a few sentences.
Oh
Oh
man.
my god.
I
We're-
pooped and got killed by a T-Rex. Yep, that's exactly
By a
Arc.
T-Rex. Oh,
I
that's
was like, "What is
great.
this? Why didn't anyone tell me about this?"
There
See, I
is
didn't
there's a
play Arc
great
without
RP
role-playing.
scene in Arc still though.
Is it still alive?
It's still alive. Actually, Josh has been working on like a fantasy thing. They have been adding like trolls, mods to make it like more like Lord of the Rings type of thing, and adding custom enemies and things like that, and spells and all this crap.
It's been a thing for a while.
Yeah, so like the it's still happening. There's still people that are doing Game of Thrones, but the thing for me is just the game. It's just the base game. I
Been
just
so long.
I can't do it anymore. I am so
It's-
over
We've been
Arc.
playing it so much for so many years at this point. Like you can't. I
Yeah.
don't. I uninstalled it and went, I'm never installing this again.
I
Like
uninstalled it
5,000
too
hours on it.
for the 5th time.
Yeah, I haven't reinstalled, but
I don't even have
I
Conan
think-
installed at the moment.
so I think Hogwarts
What?
Legacy. You don't have. Oh yeah, that's true. He hasn't been playing. I think Hogwarts Legacy though could lend into how Harry Potter is role played in forums though,
Yeah.
because it does happen. That's where I started role playing. Was forum RP and Harry Potter. It's how big of a fucking nerd I am.
I'm gonna
Um,
take a shot every time Nixie says something nerdy.
That's every sentence.
I didn't want to say it. I'm just glad you did.
I'm just
I
gonna have 911
was
on
singing
speed
this-
dial.
I was singing a song that was based on the Odyssey in my car and went, oh man, I'm a nerd.
Wow. See, I just tell people that I'm a nerd, but deep down inside, I know that
You
I'm
really
way
wanna
too
get
cool for
drunk.
that.
I'm just the biggest. Anyway, I started forum roleplay on a Harry Potter website, and there is a very strong scene of people who would love to roleplay Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
However, I think a lot of them probably won't play Hogwarts Legacy because of the controversy,
Right.
Hmm.
because those were the kind of people that did forum roleplay back then.
I,
Which was really sad.
Yeah. I
Maybe
would do
will
it.
calm down and
yeah, who knows? I think
It's
I think
hard.
we're
It's been so
seeing
hard to talk about Hogwarts Legacy without mentioning the
it has been.
controversy.
But you know what? There actually there's been something kind of positive that's come out of this, and it's like a downturn of woke culture. Like it's I don't know if you've noticed, but before it was like cancel this, cancel everything. You're getting canceled. Everybody's getting canceled. But like Harry Potter, Hogwarts Legacy did something that to woke culture that was like, no, fuck it, I'm gonna play this anyway.
Well, there's a lot
Yeah.
of the problem is that bring to light the fact that people will go for what's easiest to protest at the moment,
Yeah,
which is Hogwarts Legacy, but they're still going to go to Universal Studios and go to the Harry Potter world, which
which
is
is all the
giving
same thing.
more
Yeah,
money. It's the same thing. Or they're still going to buy official merch. They're still, like
yeah,
they pick and choose, and that became very obvious, especially like we talked about earlier with the
yeah.
spoilers.
And the thing is that like everything nowadays has some sort of controversy tied up to it, whether you know it or not, is a different
Chip,
story.
have you seen The Good Place?
No, you told me about it.
Oh, okay.
Leah,
So
have you
it's
seen that?
literally covers.
I
Have you seen that?
recognize the name. I'm
It
not sure.
covers that exact topic. In that, back in the old days, if you bought an apple, you got 5 points because you bought an organic apple. But nowadays, you lose 50 points because the person who owned the company that grew that
Right.
apple was employing children in slave labor. Like, and then you lose 50 points just for buying an apple. And so everyone's going to hell. It's
50
the whole shit.
points for Ravendor because that's
Oh,
off.
did you say Ravendor?
Wait, Ravenclaw? I don't.
We're not having Leah back on the show.
Griffin Claw makes more sense because of Griffins they have big claws, right? I don't know. I'm just.
Oh, that
But
was great.
That was
Yeah.
we say Ravendor.
Ravendor.
Ravendor. and
My children
Although
would not
some
be
people-
Ravendors.
Some people like to mix their houses because they say they fit multiple.
Yeah.
Right. I am.
So
I have
that's the
Slytherin
Ravenclaw.
tendencies. So what would I
Same.
be?
Yeah.
You'd be a
Slitherclaw?
Slitherclaw?
Ravendorks. That's what Nixie is.
Dorks. I'm not a Ravenclaw though. I'm a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, she's a Hufflepuff.
I'm
Of course you're a Hufflepuff.
And of course yeah. So what is your second closest? Is it Gryffindor?
Me?
No, you're a Ravenclaw, right? Second.
Yeah, Ravenclaw is my
Yeah,
second.
yeah, I figured.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know actually.
You're like me, I think, Leah. You're Ravenclaw and Slytherin.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel like I am, but a lot of the reason for that I think is because without giving any spoilers for the game because we don't want to do that.
Right.
Obviously in Harry Potter there is unforgivable curses,
Mhm.
which is something that like wizards, it's like a banned thing, and I didn't really know anything about it because I don't know. I was just like, what? Why is it banned? Like, why is it so bad?
They're
And I
unforgivable.
think that's one of the reasons why, because I always question everything, right? I'm not like, oh, this is good, this is evil. I'm like, what if this is evil, but like, I'll make it good? And I'm kind of like,
That makes you a
you know.
Ravenclaw.
yes, it does, because it's like knowledge and stuff over everything else, right? But then,
Curiosity.
yeah, yes.
I
I feel like I would definitely be the kind of person that would get involved with something evil just because I was curious, and then I'd get fucked, I mean,
Person who ends up doing something really bad for the right reason.
So like look at
Yeah.
that conversation that we were just having, or that everything that Leah just said, right? Like that's the kind of RP that we can do, right? Even if we're children. I think after a while, it would be nice to have more to do, to populate some of the towns nearby and things like that, and do different things, like maybe work the
Well,
tavern, work some of the.
I feel like Hogwarts Legacy does lend to that itself.
It does.
Because there are children out in those towns.
Mhm.
Like, you go to some of the towns that have kids your age that live nearby who can go home like on the weekend or whatever.
Right. And then, so I think there's basic requirements for roleplay, which one is kind of already met, which they worked on pretty quickly, and that was customization, right? Like at first, yeah, they got players walking around together, but everyone looked the same. Then,
Yeah, everyone had the same skill.
then they got to sync, player models and clothing and stuff. So that's fixed. Mounts are still not synced, and that's something that they need to fix before roleplay becomes a thing. Nobody wants to see somebody running across the sky. And
Oh, you
What
can't
about-
see their mount. I was like, what do you mean? They can run around on their... No, that makes sense.
yeah, the
What about
like
the
mounts.
curses though? How do you, because you can do things with the curses that I don't understand how, like if you're familiar with the 3 unforgivable curses,
Mhm.
like how would you do that in RP? Like just instantly kill someone and stuff like that. That's a bit odd to me.
Yeah,
I don't really understand how that would work.
I think I think that would come down to like admin rules in a
And
way.
schema rules.
Um,
Mhm.
because
Something that could control like what
right.
spells you could allow people to learn essentially.
Because unfortunately, like there are going to be people that want to be able to do that, but
Yeah.
you can't just do that. It's like
Yeah.
one of the
Avada Kedavra
unforgivable
literally
spells
insta-kills you.
is power gaming.
But Harry
Just to go-
survives it, right? Isn't that like
Well,
his thing?
It's the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
There's
isn't
a
that
really
his thing?
huge story
boy
reason
who
why
lived.
he's able to live.
Oh,
But it's very specific and only really applies under very
you mean it's too
specific circumstances.
complicated for me to understand?
I'm just
No,
saying
no,
it's a lot
no.
to go into on the podcast about
Uh-huh.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah,
I can
there's
tell you all about it.
Horcruxes. There's something about love. There's something about
Mhm.
something else.
Mhm.
All right,
Yeah,
DM
yeah,
me
you got
later.
it. Okay. I
but
can tell you all of the lore.
Yes.
and then another thing is, even if like roleplay in the sense that we all know of it right now isn't exactly possible yet, PvP, like what Leah alluded to, would be amazing if they can get it to work. Like if you could have duels between you and your friends, I'm not sure why that wasn't part of the game already.
Yeah.
Because it
Yeah.
looks like I love the combat in this game. I absolutely
it's
love
so
it.
much fun.
I was so skeptical about it, when it was first announced and videos came out. I'm like, how is that going to work and how is it going to feel? It's amazing. I love
It feels so fun.
and
You
satisfying.
feel like the coolest freaking wizard.
And as someone
In
who
the
really
world.
sucks at any combat ever, I picked it up and I understood it and I got better over time. And I never felt like it felt like a challenge without feeling too challenging.
Yeah.
That you just
Yeah.
can't get it. But it was fun.
But
It
it-
moves and
Yeah, if they can get some of these things to sync up, like just being able to damage each other and stuff like that, obviously. But like
Mhm.
if you can go invisible in front of me, right? Like, and I don't know where you are, and that is part of PvP, this has the potential of completely changing this game for audiences, for us. Because even if it was just solely PvP, this game could become something completely different.
Dark
Yeah.
Arts Arena kind of stuff.
Oh, yes.
Well, I guess they have like the dueling in terms of like, yeah, I mean, they have a small element of it, but
hmm
so it already does exist like that.
Right.
Well,
so
the
it would
actual
just be
mod itself.
it would just
'cause
be
the
a
mod
matter of
itself doesn't have
syncing
it.
player to player.
Yeah.
Because the multiplayer mod right now, actually, from one of the videos that I saw, it was pretty impressive. NPCs actually target both players separately.
Wow.
And I was like, how? Like, okay, like,
so fast.
yeah. And I was like, that's amazing. But only one player was taking damage or causing, or actually, no, I think they both could cause damage, but only one was taking damage. So they they still have things to work through, but the fact that that's the direction they're going, and like in a co-op, to be able to like go into a town with your friend and just like wreck shit, That seems amazing. And also, I really want to beat John in PvP at something, you know? And I feel like this is it. This is my chance.
Yeah,
Keep dreaming.
especially after seeing him.
He sucks. He's the worst wizard
Oh,
ever.
is he really?
He's
Haven't
really
watched.
bad. He just keeps opening the menu when he's playing it. He
Well, when I
rolls off edges and dies.
Oh,
And
that
when I
one
first
clip.
started playing, I was going against 2 trolls and continuously kept using Lumos. I was like, no, stop!
That's why I made that TikTok. Lumos. Fuck.
Reparo.
Reparo. That was John. That was John. I just want to make sure you have a fresh
Oh, I
face for
cried.
me to punch.
Oh my god, I cried.
Oh
I
man,
cried.
it was that clip that he was like trying to heal and
Oh
he
my
rolled off the thing.
He just heal. No, what did he say? Please heal.
Please heal, please heal. Rolls off the cliff. Ah, so
Oh
good.
my god. Oh, imagine if he had the voice command then. That'd be good for him, wouldn't it?
Right?
Please heal.
Please heal.
Oh. Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I saw him say that his favorite spell was the G button, which is the healing potions.
I thought you were on about something entirely different then for a second, but
Oh my
yes.
god, Leah.
I'm sorry. Listen, it's John, okay?
It's John,
That's
yeah, he
true.
would say some shit like that.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Oh man. So
But-
what, as far as like I know the things that I would like to see before I feel like RP can be done. What are some of the things that you guys would love to see? I know like outfits you already have a lot, but
Voice,
probably
yeah.
more.
Okay.
Proximity
Voices.
chat, yeah.
Character
voice chat.
voices are no, like you know when you just like raise and lower the pitch. How ugly
Oh,
is
it's
that?
so
it sounds
bad.
awful.
Yeah.
It's so
I
bad.
found out you
I
could
don't
change it afterwards.
I think that
I
there's
just don't understand why they've even done that.
I don't know why, and it sounds
It
so
doesn't
robotic.
sound good.
I
had
think
mine
there's a
up one.
fixer.
There's just it's a setting. You can go in and change your pitch anytime.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, I think that even
Yeah.
if you lowered your pitch, like there's a fixer so it doesn't sound robotic.
Oh, really? Is there one? Is there a mod?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But
Okay.
it's
Well,
just
that's
something
one
that
thing.
must have been overlooked then, because it was so bad.
yeah, I
It
would have preferred you
was.
just didn't give us the option. Then give us the
100%.
option and it sounded horrible. Like
Yes, I actually want to know now. I'm curious, making a character that has like a super dark or super like odd voice, and then hearing, all the cutscenes. Is that what I'm gonna sound like?
yeah, John did.
Of course he did.
And he created a brand new
Why
character because he
wouldn't
didn't know that you can change it after.
Oh no! Well, I didn't know either. I just put up with it because I had put mine
my
just one
God.
higher than the
Oh,
original,
Did you
and
fix
so I fixed it while I was well into the game.
it?
I was very like it wasn't bad most of the time, but every now and
Oh.
then I would be like, "Oh God, that was really bad sounding."
Yeah. Well, you said
I couldn't.
voices, and I thought you were talking about like proximity chat.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think that is very necessary, or even something like where like TeamSpeak, it shows your position,
Oh,
or
yeah.
like it tracks your actual position on the map, so that there is proximity chat. Something like that is going to have to be done for roleplay, because sitting on Discord with a bunch of people to do that is not going to work.
We're past the days of SAMP where text chat in games doesn't really fly anymore.
Oh,
Well, I'm just now.
I'm not going to text
Go on,
RP.
sorry. Well, imagine being in Hogwarts. Like you have however many floors there are, and like the overlapping,
Mm-hmm.
like like the Conan issue.
Yep.
I'm just imagining that now. How awful that'd be.
Well, there's a lot of different loadings though, and like there's the different towers. So I feel like as if you kept it kind of smaller, it
Yeah.
wouldn't be too big of a problem because the ceilings are also pretty damn tall.
Yeah, the castle is massive. If you kept the range pretty low, I don't think it'll be a problem. Like, you probably shouldn't hear somebody at the bottom of the fucking grand staircase, like if you're at the top. And that's gonna be pretty important for roleplay, unless you have the nerds that are willing to do text RP. Um,
Well, GTA can do it.
that wasn't a shot at you, Nixie.
I mean, I did GTA Samp. That was only what text RP. So people do it.
Yeah, people do.
But nowadays it's much less because voice exists.
Voice chat. Yeah,
and it's so much nicer with voice RP.
it is.
So much faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Leah? Is there anything else?
I don't know. I actually haven't thought about it that much.
Yeah, I think that for me, it's kind of what I mentioned. The voice chat is super important, and even if we can't make adults, the ability to do that would be amazing.
Honestly, I feel like you can do that. Like you can
Mhm.
roleplay as an adult if you're able to like have names above your head.
Yeah.
So people can see who you are and just say that you're an adult in your name or whatever. Like I'm a
Yeah.
professor. Or
I mean,
you can
Professor
roleplay now.
Garlic looks kind of young.
She does, yeah. She's so cute though.
She's so hot.
You would say that, wouldn't you?
Well, she's technically is young, according to the story.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why, like, I don't think it's irrational of me to think I can take her to the ball.
Uh-huh. That's not what I thought you were gonna say. But yeah,
God.
I mean, the ability to make a big ass would.
Oh my God. Okay, here we go.
No, but like,
Here's the Conan RP
Okay.
community.
not being. Well, okay, that is a bit weird, but I'm just thinking like, it would.
Change your
What I mean
proportions.
with that is not.
Go on.
I okay. What I meant was more like character customization options in terms of like the way
Right.
you look, and not like there's no changing body options
Mhm.
or like height or whatever you might want to do.
Yeah.
For me, that's kind of important.
Yeah.
If
think so
I'm
about
gonna
that.
role play, I don't want to look like everyone else. That's
Yeah,
really
because with
important.
the options that
Even
we
if
have
I have a different
now,
dress. Yeah.
you will get into that GTA territory where we're all kind of look alike in a way.
Mm.
Yeah, where like you only have 5 hairstyles that actually look good, so everyone uses them.
Exactly.
Right.
Mhm.
And I mean, same thing with Ark, right? Like all the men look the same because you
Oh,
can't
all of
really
them.
change anything. So yeah, that would be great. And so the thing about this mod, shots fired. The thing about this mod, right, is it is being made by the team that made the Skyrim Together mod. For those that didn't know, Skyrim Together mod has been in the works for fucking years. And for them to actually get something that's working the way that it is working now, and the Hogwarts Legacy, Hogwarp is what they're calling the mod, is almost where that mod was like years in. And the reason for that is because of the Unreal Engine. Skyrim
Yeah.
had its own engine it was being made in, and it's very complicated, its own language, and blah, blah, blah. So modding that game to be multiplayer, you kind of had to deconstruct it and reconstruct it. You have to do that somewhat the same here, but the Unreal Engine, people just know how to use it. People know what they need to do and how to make things work. And so implementing multiplayer or making the virtual reality mod, they did this days in after the game came out. So I don't see this taking a long time. It might take a while to get ironed out perfectly,
Mhm.
but the possibilities are so much more capable than what was available in Skyrim. And I'm super excited.
I have
I
played
think-
modded Skyrim. Please don't kill me.
you could play Skyrim without mods.
I was going to
I
say,
did.
I don't play Skyrim with anything under 50 mods.
I
There-
never used a mod in Skyrim.
Wow.
I never knew how. Like, I wasn't. Listen, I'm not a nerd, okay? What do you want from
You're
me?
kind of a nerd. You're just not like
Yeah, but I
a
didn't know what a
techie nerd.
mod was when I
Okay.
played.
Are you even a gamer?
Like, when I played Skyrim, I didn't know what a mod was. I don't think I knew until I played Conan. I think. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Uh,
is that strange?
yeah, kind of a little bit, but
Okay, yeah.
the I have to play with like 20 something graphical mods to make it look like the game's not 11 years old.
Start your own life one where you can
Start
not have to do the actual main storyline. immediately.
right. Yeah.
I
that
thought it was
mo-
just weirdos that played with mods because they wanted to make their characters naked and shit. Because I heard
Oh
about that.
goodness. No, there's so many
no.
quality of life
There's-
mods.
There's one that literally just turns it like you can play any character you want, basically. Like you can be a bandit, and it starts you off in different places.
You can just start as a
Survival
vampire.
mods. Yeah, you start as a vampire. Survival mods that make temperature matter. Like
You could use campfires, make food
Yeah.
in campfires, and blah blah
hunting
blah.
mods.
It's so great. It's so great. And
Or make
and a
All
lot
of
of
the
these
dragons
mods
turn into Thomas the Tank Engine. you know?
right. Or big naked women, like depends.
Yeah.
I do play heavily modded Skyrim VR and it's freaking great. Except for that one time that I accidentally spilled my drink because I was trying to knock something over. Instakarma, I deserved it.
I got a little too motion sick when I played Skyrim VR.
Oh, really? It did take
Yeah.
a lot of tweaking
Mhm.
to make it look good and feel good. But it's an experience. It's still like one of the most like immersive things. I don't think I've ever finished Skyrim ever.
Really?
I don't. No, I go in
Same.
there. I just bullshit around. Like I just live
I've
in
never
Skyrim.
done the main quest.
I don't
ever.
think
Not
me
even
either.
a
I
little
don't.
bit. I don't know what the main quest is. Like, what is the game about?
I have
just
no
pick herbs
idea.
and rob people. Like, that's all I do.
I have no idea
Oh
what
my
the hell
gosh,
the game is
am
about.
I such a nerd? I know the whole story of Skyrim, dude. God damn it.
I did
mean,
like
I
the
walked around
Bard's
and I learned-
College.
I did like this. There was like a dragon thing where you could get like abilities to like do like the shouts or whatever. That's all I know about the game.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it's
It's-
about? Like
it's
going
a
around, you're like the dragon.
It's a fight
Something.
between classism versus racism.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
What she
You have,
said.
to, you have to choose sides between the
Mm.
Empire and the Stormcloak people who are the ones that,
Oh,
Huh?
not Stormcloaks, whatever.
the Empire and the Stormtroopers.
I don't fucking no. It's the Imperial people up in the
Yeah,
the
yeah, or
capital.
Stormhold.
and
No,
then the other guys. The
Some
guy
people.
in the beginning, at the very beginning of the game, the guy who has
I
the
don't
thing
know.
over his mouth.
Nice.
I just
that
play it
guy.
because like I'm a really good
Choose a side.
ranger, and shooting a bow and arrow in VR is so satisfying. And I'm like the best archer that I know. To be honest, like being humble, I'm
Yeah,
pretty much
obviously.
pretty much
Yeah.
the best archer in virtual reality.
Pretty much the best
Pretty much.
in all of virtual reality.
But I have no idea what the game of Skyrim actually consists of, except for like this
I-
massive open world that I get to just go around and.
I finished it early on when I first got it, and then after that, I never touched the main storyline again. So it's been quite a while since I did it.
Okay, diverting a little bit from Hogwarts Legacy.
Yes,
Yeah.
we went to Skyrim.
There's a
Just a little.
Skyrim Together mod that I would love to RP in Skyrim. I don't know how it would work, but I think
It's a
it could be
big
really
map.
fun. It is a big map, and
So the issue you have with Conan, where the map size,
Yeah.
the bigger it is, the harder it is to find people. Skyrim is fucking huge.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Skyrim is even bigger than Hogwarts Legacy.
I think Hogwarts Legacy is kind of perfect because there's
Hogwarts
a lot of
Legacy's
hot
big.
spots, right? Like the map is big, but there's not like a lot of places everywhere,
Mhm.
So they're kind of all like far apart, but there's a lot of spots that you might run into people, and I think that that's really cool.
Like wandering around
Yeah.
the Forbidden Forest or going to those little hamlet towns.
Yep.
There's a lot
Well,
of like places, if you look at the map, you can very
hmm
easily go, I'm going here. And yeah, there's empty space between there and there's stuff in that empty space, but hub wise, place wise things that are actually happening, there's a lot of hub spots.
I just want to say that this game is actually one of the few games that has puzzles that do not drive me absolutely insane and make me quit the game because I hate puzzles.
do you?
And yes, and I actually like them in this game because I don't have to spend too much time and it makes me feel
I
clever.
feel like some of the puzzles in this game are fucking stupid. Like, I
So
don't mean
anyway.
to. I don't mean to insult
I really
your
love the puzzles.
intelligence.
They're
Uh-huh.
fucking stupid.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely not insulted. Why
Listen,
would I be?
that
I
was
mean,
not payback for
come
me being
on.
like, I love
Hmm.
Hamilton, and she's like, I fucking hate history and anything that has to do with history.
I mean, it's boring, okay? Okay, well, it's just a bunch of
Before
old
the-
people and old
Hamilton
things.
is
and...
like not even real.
We're talking about what happened before we
Fine.
started the stream, guys.
Yeah, but some of the puzzles, I swear, I'm like, is this even a puzzle? Like, you're just making me do things. like,
Well,
I have to shoot these 3 things for this door to open. That did not take any thought power from me at all. I just
mean.
shot it.
There's a couple of
Yeah.
them that I didn't get the door right away, and then after I finally did figure out the door, I realized that if you go to the right spot, there's
You
a
know.
clue that says
know
here's how
the-
to do the door, and I was like, oh.
You're not a Ravenclaw, so I'm not sure if you've even seen this. And I'm not
that's
being
why it's so easy
exclusive.
for us.
Yeah.
Can't go into the Ravenclaw common.
I know, right? But like, I don't know if you've seen anywhere or anybody play it, but in the beginning, there's like, you got to solve a riddle, and it's like, it's the cutscene says the riddle, and then I thought that it would give me options to choose, you know, like I gotta solve the riddle, but no, the cutscene includes my character just saying the answer,
Oh.
and I'm like,
Oh.
and I was like, I didn't even know that. technically, my character answered it. I still have no idea how to get into the Ravenclaw
Okay,
Well, it
common.
there is
changes every time.
yeah. I do wish that they didn't add like or that it was an option or that at least they'd wait before they make the characters say what you're gonna do because I'll be in a room and I'm like, this looks like a fun puzzle. I'm gonna figure this out. And then my character is like, I should probably shoot that thing. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, bitch. I would have figured that out myself, you know? It's so annoying.
I know what you're
It looks
talking
like I
about.
need to find something.
Like the
It's kind of
the
dark in here, isn't it?
the gobstone mission. Every time you walked into the room where there was a gobstone, it's like I should probably look up. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I didn't think about
every
it.
time. Because I couldn't find it at first.
Obnoxious.
And she kept saying it over and over in the spot. I'm like, where the fuck is this thing?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
really obnoxious. I
man.
hate that bit.
I
Fucking
bet you there'll
Hogwarts
be
Legacy.
mods to stop that though.
There's already
I mean,
a
they
mod
could-
to shut up.
To shut up the flute powder lady.
What's her name? Ignatia or whatever the hell?
Ignatia. Yeah.
Ignatia.
She is the inventor of flute powder, and you can't imagine
Off on
what
an
are you getting
adventure,
up
are
to
we?
today. And you're just like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, this is my young friend. I don't like you. What do you mean?
Silencio.
There
Just
are
shut
definitely some very obnoxious people that you meet in the game, but
Like
I feel like
Peeves.
some of them you meet.
Oh my God, fucking
no,
Peeves.
no, stop! What is that?
He's a poltergeist.
Yeah, but like,
So at first I didn't know if he was a poltergeist or not because he's like completely solid,
He's a Peeves the poltergeist.
like as opposed to some of the other ghosts, you know, that look like
he
ghosts.
is technically different than a ghost, yeah.
But like I'm
Joke
like
is
this
what he is.
just looks like a fucking wizard flying around.
Yes, but he's dead. He is
what
a
do you mean?
ghost.
It looks like a clown
He is a ghost, but he's a poltergeist, which is allows
thought
him
it
to
was a
interact with the
clown.
environment.
at first.
Yeah, have you not played Phasmophobia, Leah?
I have.
I thought you were gonna say I haven't, and I was like, okay, well that there goes that.
No, I have. It's the end of that discussion.
That's the end of that. Yep. Poltergeist, you know,
Peeves-
spirits.
Peeves is different. It depends. It changes. Like I think it has to do with how he died or something.
Yeah, but the fact
he
that
has
he's the
ability
only
to
one-
interact with the environment.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can
Ghosts
imagine how he
don't.
died, but
Somebody fucking
Peeves-
suffocated him in his
Peeves is-
sleep.
He's annoying
Yeah.
for the most part, but he has a turnaround in the books.
No. Oh, in
And
the
he
books.
wasn't in the movies at all.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Somebody
Oh.
made a decision. They were like, in executive meeting, they were like, what if we just don't?
Well, the problem with that being is they lost a really important moment with Fred and George later because they chose not to include him.
Oh, see,
Who?
I see kind of a Fred and George
Weasley
vibe
twins?
with them.
who?
The Weasley twins, Ron's brothers.
Oh, the ginger. Okay.
Yeah. Because you guys have seen the movies at least. You remember Umbridge?
Hmm.
When Fred and George
Sure.
leave the school. She's a little squat lady in pink
Dressed in pink?
that like has little cat plates and is awful and worse than Voldemort. Anyway, so she's
Uh-huh.
evil, and Fred and George are going against her really heavily until they
Mhm.
finally decide they're done with the school. And when they leave the school, in the movies, they just kind of leave, right? But in the
Right.
books, as they're leaving, they turn to Peeves and they say, "Give her hell from us, Peeves," and he salutes them. And as he decides to take it upon himself to make her life living hell in Hogwarts, and it's the
Nice.
best. He does everything he can to piss off Umbridge, and you're like, "Yes,
Yeah, she
Peeves."
didn't last very long after that.
Well, I mean, she kind of got kidnapped by centaurs.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus,
the
Leah.
books-
No. Leah,
What? Listen, they're cool, okay?
they are cool. They're cool.
Yeah.
Have you flown around the Forbidden Forest and seen them walking through?
I haven't, no.
Yeah, they're around.
Cool.
I
mean,
had
there's
a
signs
moment
everywhere that
early
say
on
centaurs.
in the game. I landed on a random patch of the road and was walking along like, I wonder if something's gonna happen. Heard a fucking sound behind me, turned, and a dragon swoops down and grabs a sheep and flies off. And I went,
What?
oh my fucking god!
What?
Yeah, it's
Did
fucking
Did
awesome.
that happen to you?
I was just walking down a road. And I was just like, I wonder if something's gonna happen when I'm walking down this random road. And then I heard the sound turn and went, oh. And he swoops down, he grabs the sheep, and he flew off with the
Are
sheep.
the centaurs friendly or do they attack you?
I don't think
You
they
really
attack
want
you.
to know?
I don't think if you go into the forest, they'll attack you.
Find out.
Yeah.
Like-
I
Oh, I don't
actually
like the
haven't
way that you
gotten
just
super
said
close.
that. You sounded like a creepy moaning Myrtle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You'll find out one day. Come try it and see what happens.
I'm moaning Myrtle.
Oh my god, that is okay.
She has the most
Very good.
awful-
She's so creepy. She's so pervy too. Just like the ghost version of Leah.
What?
She's like, I wasn't peeking.
Right, yeah. But yeah. Oh god, we just went on a Hogwarts.
Tangent on
Like,
Harry
yeah.
Potter.
I mean, it is what it is.
Matches. We
We-
said to have a Hogwarts legacy so we could talk about.
It was gonna
Harry
happen. It was gonna happen. We used the multiplayer mod as an excuse, as a so so deal with it. We love this game. We are very excited about the potential of role playing in it. And I'm like looking at that Discord every fucking day. Multiple times a day. I'm just like looking to see if they've added new stuff. And
They've
I
already
am-
made such good progress. I'm excited to see where they go with it.
yes, yep.
Get somebody on from their team on the podcast.
Oh my god, that's a great idea.
Be like, hey, we do like a roleplay thing. Do you think you can make this like roleplay-y? So we can roleplay
Right.
Hogwarts Legacy.
I will throw
We
money
just
at
want
you.
to play. Can you help, please?
We just want the roleplay community in this game because it'd be so much cooler.
Right.
We just want to. I want to be a horology professor. I'm sorry. Even though Professor
Okay.
Garlic is pretty cool.
That's like the most boring professor, but okay.
Wow, you're
Potions
so
would be cool,
offensive.
too.
You're just like
What? It
you,
is.
you know
Oh,
everything
you can
that
do
you
magic.
like.
Nah, I'm
it
gonna do
sucks.
herbs.
Yeah, but
What
there's
the
so much
fuck?
power in herbs
There are cabbages that eat you.
and plants.
Oh yeah, that
And
sounds so cool. Nah, I'd
Like,
rather blow
God.
shit up. What the fuck?
Oh my god,
Bombardo.
yeah. I don't know.
I
Herbology is cool.
Nah, I saw the talent thing and I saw like the herb shit and I was like, nah, nobody
I
gonna
didn't
pick that.
touch
But apparently I
any
was
of
wrong.
it. I didn't actually touch any of it.
You
I went
didn't.
full stealth.
Surprised
Yeah,
because
I'm
it's
going
shit.
stealth too, and I have a voice command that says "bye bitch," and I go invisible, and I love it.
Oh no, I enjoy combat way too much. My favorite part is when I'm going with like an NPC and he's like, "Yeah, we should probably sneak around them. We don't want them to see us." And I'm like, "Charge!" And he's like, "Oh, I guess we're doing it this way."
See, I like being able to like drop right in the middle of like a group, and they don't see me, and then I just start fucking shit
Mhm.
up. It's so fun.
I've
Yeah.
also enjoyed. I've actually do enjoy going invisible and taking one out at a time, and then using X on the last guy. And then I sit up
Mhm.
like, my work here is done.
Yeah, I got like
Oh, when
I
you
didn't think that I would be like an evil wizard, and I don't think that I am. I don't think I'm an evil wizard, but
Sure.
there like I
mhm.
probably won't even touch the unforgivable spells
I
because
accidentally learned one.
you accident.
What?
Sure, she.
I thought
Right.
I needed to talk to him to get
Knowledge.
the next
Nah.
quest, and I was wrong in where I was supposed to go for that quest, and went fuck. I didn't actually want to learn that. Fuck.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's knowledge. Of course you gotta know it. You gotta know it.
I'm not gonna learn.
You know,
anything
just
else
like
this
just in case. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I think like
Are you
the
still there?
petrify, is it the petrify?
Petrificus totalis.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
like way worse than like
Yeah, that's
Avada
also
Kedavra.
an argument that I'm using. Like what the like you're setting shit on fire, like you're doing all these things, but nah,
My
controlling
favorite-
someone mind is evil.
Would you
My
rather like
favorite
insta kill
thing-
somebody or like burn them to death or like turn
Or like
them
make them tickle you for just a little bit. Like what?
My favorite thing is when you go and you murder like an entire village of poachers, then you go fucking poachers, like your character is like fuck you guys, and I'm like, whoa,
fucking
girl.
poachers. Did she say
Like,
fucking
They
poachers?
got what they deserved. Yeah, they got what they deserved, or this is what you get for poaching. And I'm like, dude, you just killed all of these
There's
people.
yeah,
No,
there's some yeah, evil
Yeah.
tendencies. We all have
So
a little
my
evil
question is,
wizard.
what would be the difference? I go into a camp, I slaughter every single person in there, not giving a fuck about who they were before they became poachers. If they even want to be poachers, maybe they're just following orders. I don't fucking know. They're dead, okay? Because I
Okay.
threw fire at them. What's the difference in me going in and going like, Imperio, now you all kill each other, or you know, whatever, insta kill. What I don't get it. What?
There isn't.
Because
I feel like Avada Kedavra is more humane. It's just like it really is.
But yes. They're not even so,
bombarding them
and
into
apparently,
existence.
well, Imperio apparently makes you feel like really good. Like when
It
it affects
makes you,
you,
like,
it makes you feel like relaxed and good.
Yeah, it relaxes you pretty heavily. Like you kind of
There
go
you
into a
freaking
daze.
go.
Oh, that's great.
It's like watching yourself do things without having
That's
control to do
great.
it.
That's great. Yeah. Leah's evil as fuck.
Well, the only thing that makes them unforgivable is the ministry declaring that they are.
Right. Are they already unforgivable by this
At
time?
this point, yes, they are.
Yes.
They not too long ago they were declared unforgivable.
That's fucked up,
by
right?
the
Why
ministry.
couldn't the game take place like right before?
Oh, I know, right? Oh, so
Because
unlucky.
they needed Phineas.
All right. We got to wrap up.
We got
Leah has to
totally
go to sleep because it's really late for her. But one
thank
last
you.
question: do you guys see there like eventually being maybe a sequel to this game or
DLC.
something of the sort? DLC. They'll just keep adding DLC content.
I think DLC.
I think I'm happy with
The
that.
groundwork is here.
Yes.
Even if it's like major DLC, like obviously
Mhm.
they're gonna add Quidditch, right?
Right, they have to.
They have
I would be very happy with that because the game, as it is right now, is beautiful. Like the graphics are, like 2023 quality, and the mechanics are great. Like I love the way the game that it is, and I can see them just adding on little by little.
Just add DLC as they get it done. It's
Well,
easy
why
to add.
wouldn't they? Like they've done so well with it. It's had, I mean, apart from we all know what, it's had really good,
You know who?
You know what?
we don't talk about that,
We're
but
not talking about Bruno.
Right.
what? But
Wait, do
it's
you
the
not
most
know
streamed game.
we don't talk about
right?
Bruno? Is that like another episode that we gotta talk on?
Wait, what?
We don't talk
I-
about Bruno.
Do you know what that is?
No.
Oh
Hanzo?
Jesus!
Should I? Should I?
It's a movie. It's the best movie.
That song was like
Like,
everywhere for like a
#1
year.
on the top
All right.
Billboard for a while.
Shit.
Oh,
Couldn't be
goodness.
that good if I don't know it. Mm.
It's-
Me and
it's
Emma
be-
are speechless.
Yeah, I'm
What?
face palming so hard. Anyway, Leah, was there anything else that you wanted to to say?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
No, you're like I've said enough. Apparently,
I only have bad shit to say from
you
now on. Okay.
you do, yeah. So basically,
I've
moral of
held
the
back,
story:
okay?
anything anybody likes, Leah's like fuck that.
Yeah.
And then she either hates it or doesn't know it. Apparently, but
Yes.
we're all super excited about the possibilities of multiplayer in this game and roleplay. So we'll see where it goes, and we'll keep you guys updated because I'm obsessed with like following news on it. But Leah, where can you don't stream, right? But where can the people find you? Where are you role playing and such?
I'm not role playing at all right now. I'm just hanging in John's Discord.
Yeah, doing tabletop and stuff.
Yes, real life tabletop RP with dice and
With dice.
a pen. Yeah.
Ooh, not a wand.
No. Well, no.
Well, Nixie, anything else you'd like to add before we wrap it up?
I am excited to roleplay in Harry Potter world because now I've been thinking about it and it makes me really want it.
Definitely.
So thanks.
Likewise. And Nixie, you're a nerd and we love you for it. Thank you
I know.
guys for hanging out, and we will see you all next time.
See ya.
Bye.